All right, people, we are back once again, and it is podcast time.
Oh yeah, not only is it podcast time, it's horror time.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a podcast on a bunch of horror films this time around. You know, it's October, so we figured we'd go
October,
out.
Halloween's coming up, and
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
but I'm posting this on Halloween,
yeah. But I
so
mean, yeah. As of right now, it's getting near Halloween. And to me, I've always made it a tradition for every year for October, for the month of October. It's just I watch nothing but horror movies,
hey, hey. So we're gonna be
and
talking about horror movies
yeah,
in this podcast. It's a horror movie edition,
yeah.
and we're gonna be all over the place with this one. Um, I'm just gonna start naming off a bunch of horror films, and
Okay, I got a
like we
question.
did last year, we named off a lot. We missed a few, but we named off quite a bit.
Let me ask you something. What was the first horror movie you ever seen in your life that you can ever truly remember? Like the first, like scary ass movie that you
As
ever
far
seen?
back as I can remember, when I was a kid
Yeah.
in the early '80s, they were playing Children of the Corn on TV, and that was
Oh
yeah, that
yeah.
kind of scared the shit out of me,
You
especially
know what?
that ending. You know, when the kid became the fucking demon.
Yeah, he come out and he comes
Yeah,
out. He's like, "He
Malachi.
wants you too, Malachi."
Yeah, that was kind of trippy, dude. Especially if you're watching that
That
as a
whole
kid.
movie was trippy because I remember seeing that at a young age, and like the fact that they killed a kid in that movie was trippy because like you don't see that very often in movies.
Right,
Like a kid getting killed.
right. Well, say a kid getting taken out
Yeah.
because I don't want to get. You say that too many times, you'll get flagged.
Oh,
On
you can't talk about kids. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Just say taken out. Yeah, that way. I
Yeah.
think you can only say it so many times, and then you get like some sort
Oh,
of
all right. All right.
bullshit on your channel. You know,
Yeah. But well,
but
fuck.
yeah. So yeah, a kid gets taken out.
Yeah, and then I mean, not just that, but like the whole movie was trippy. Like,
Yeah, it was a trip, especially for back then.
yeah,
And Linda
and
Hamilton's in it.
and the thing about it was funny is they made sequels of that, but none of them were ever like any good. I mean, not as good, nowhere as good as the first one.
Yeah,
Like the
the first.
first
How
one,
many did they make?
I know I could be wrong, but I mean, hell, I think they made seven.
That's a lot. And
Yeah,
the first one was always like the best one, and the rest became like more cheesy and shit.
yeah. Like you watch part two, and it was just like, I mean, it was that whole same kind of storyline, and but it just like you didn't feel it, like you know, feel the eeriness, the creepiness of it, like you did the first one.
All right, it's like the Lost Boys. The first film was great. The rest were fucking garbage, man.
Yeah,
They
and
put
see, that's
no fucking
the
heart
problem.
into the other
I
ones.
mean, some movies are, you know, if you do a sequel right, you know, you can keep going. And look at the Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah,
They,
they done that right.
yeah, I mean, I mean, I know I got like the whole collection pack of just like the Friday the 13th movies, and they made eight of those. And then plus, you know, they made Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, and then Freddy versus Jason,
Right.
and then the remake now of Friday the 13th. And I hear they're getting ready to come out with they're going to make a new Friday the 13th.
They're just gonna keep going as long as it makes money.
Yeah, and guess who they're talking about playing Jason?
I have no idea.
Fucking Braun Strowman.
Damn.
Yeah,
I heard
they're
about that. I
talking.
heard they were gonna have a wrestler, but they didn't say who.
Yeah, but they're talking about like everybody's saying that Braun Strowman would be like a perfect Jason,
Well,
but
he would be a cool. Well, if you want the big size Jason, sure.
yeah. See, that's what they lost track of to me in the Friday the 13th movies is always making Jason bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like, okay, if you go back and you watch part two, when Jason first comes into the franchise, when you look at him, he's just a normal sized guy. And then they came out with part three, which was just supposed to be the next day after part two. And then all of a sudden you see Jason, and he's donning like overalls, the hockey mask for the first time.
Right.
He's like fucking 6 foot tall. Like, okay, how did he gain over a
Yeah.
foot?
Motherfucker gets bigger each movie.
Yeah, like in part two, he's fighting with this one guy, and like it's like he can't like it's a good fight. Like they're both going back and forth, and then in part three they make Jason supposedly so strong that he could grab a guy by his head, squeeze his head, and make his eyeballs pop out.
Right.
And it's like, okay, why didn't he have that strength the fucking last movie?
Oh, he became supernatural, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he became
It's like
supernatural.
Michael Myers.
Well, yeah. It's funny, they did what they could do with Jason as a human, but then in part four he gets taken out, and in part six he comes back, like gets brought back by them like lightning bolt, so he's like living dead basically.
Right. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, they made so many like Jasons and Freddys and Halloweens.
Now I would say this: that growing up as a kid,
did you have a favorite? What was your favorite? I don't know. What was your favorite Jason film? Do you have one?
Part two.
Part two? Isn't that the one with Kevin Bacon?
No, Kevin Bacon was in the first one.
He was in the very first one. I thought he was in the second one.
No, he was in the first one. I mean, really, in part two, there really wasn't no like. I mean, I'm sure they're known actors, but they're not like well-known actors.
Right.
And that's the thing about the Friday the 13th movies. Like every time you saw one, you're like, wow, I've never heard of most of these people.
Right.
And I think it was like with the exception of Corey Feldman, who came in the fourth one.
Well, there was that one guy as well that was in the Back to the Future as the dad. He was in one of the fucking Friday the 13th films.
Oh, yeah, Crispin Glover.
Crispin Glover, yeah.
He was in part four.
Yeah. And I think that was before he was in Back to the Future.
Yeah. It's like in the original Nightmare on Elm Street, fucking Johnny Depp was in like the first one.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that was before he was like
that was
superstar, I want to say.
Well, Nightmare on Elm Street was officially his first movie because when you go back and you watch it and you watch the credits at the beginning, it says introducing Johnny Depp.
Okay. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny how you had Johnny Depp in the first Nightmare on Elm Street, who came out to be a big time actor.
Yeah, he became pretty big.
And then in Friday the 13th, you had Kevin Bacon that played a part, and then he turned into superstardom.
Right, and he's done some horror films.
Yeah,
Kevin Bacon over the years, he's became a pretty big, known actor. Not as big as Johnny Depp, but I would say he's become pretty big over the years. Yeah, Friday the 13th, 19. Well, his first movie was Animal House. 19.
He was a guy in Animal House that's getting spanked, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, sir. May I have another?"
Yeah. Friday the 13th. Yep, 1980. That's crazy. And then he went on at some point. He was in Tremors. which is a pretty damn good
Tremors, yeah.
film. That's a good one.
His acting, though, in Tremors was funny when they found that guy's head. He's like, "What the hell's going on? I mean, what the hell is going on?"
Yeah, he's like freaking out, like, what the fuck is going on, you know?
Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, Friday the 13th, they made so many of those films.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, not as many as the fucking Saw movies. I mean, how many did they make of those?
I don't know. I think they're at least 10, 11.
Yeah. They really, you know what's funny to me? That they really should have stopped making those movies after, like, the third one.
Right.
Because, I mean, the first three were like the first one, fucking iconic. You know, the ending when you think that...
You think that... Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
You thought you know who the killer was, and this and that, you think it's over, then the guy that's been laying there dead on the floor the whole time just pops up, and it's like, you realize, like, that's the killer.
Right.
You know,
I liked the fourth one. I thought that one was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But they, you know...
I thought it was stupid how they did what's that guy's name? Mark Wahlberg's brother.
Donnie.
Yeah, how they had him in part 2, and you think that he winds up being chained up in that bathroom, and you see that he escapes in part 3, and then you don't see him again until part 4, and he's captured up in one of those traps. It's like, why did they keep him around so long? Just, you know,
right.
Him, yeah, him getting taken out with those 2 big giant ass ice cubes.
You know, also, speaking about Kevin Bacon, he did a horror film in the late 90s called Stir of Echoes, which was pretty good.
Oh, I haven't seen that in a long time, dude.
This was back when Hollywood, that year, was just pumping out all, like, horror films for some odd reason.
Well, because there's like, people like me are just like, you know, if I were to sit down and watch a movie, if I have my choice whether I choose an action, a comedy, or a horror movie, I would say 90% of the time I would go with horror movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah. You know what? In the future, we're going to do a podcast on that, horror films of 1999, because I noticed a lot of big stars were doing horror films that year.
Yeah.
It just became a year of horror films. Not only Stir of Echoes with Kevin Bacon, but there was End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I remember watching that movie. Tripped me out.
Yeah, there was The Haunting with Liam Neeson. These were like big, you know, budget films, and that came out that year with big actors. They kind of like switched gears that year. I noticed. I remember that pretty well. I'm thinking, oh, that's interesting. They want to like go this route. You know?
I got a question for you. What horror movie were you never a fan of?
A horror film I was never a fan of?
Yeah, like, is there any certain kind of like horror that you'd be like, yeah, I'm not interested in watching this type of movie?
I'm not interested in like demonic shit, like The Exorcist.
Yeah,
like anything with the devil and that, like shit that feels too fucking real. I don't like.
Yeah, like that Rob Zombie Lords of Salem.
Yeah, that was a trippy shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, Rob Zombie's pumped out some good fucking movies.
Right.
When I seen they came out with Lords of Salem, I thought to myself like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. I mean, it's Rob Zombie, this and that. I mean, he pumps out some. You know, this was after, you know, him doing House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects.
Right.
And you're thinking, oh man, this got to be just as good. And you watch and you ask yourself in the midst of it, like, what the hell am I watching? You know?
Yeah, it was just a trippy. I mean, I liked the wide shots of the film.
Yeah, there was some cool scenes. There was some cool things.
Good acting and all that. It's just, I don't know. Just some of the shit in that film was just like, wow, that's some trippy fucking shit.
And what the hell did she give birth to at the end?
I guess a demon. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie in so long that I don't remember much of it.
I honestly could say I think I've seen it once or twice, but I haven't watched it in years. And I don't.
Yeah,
That's one of the movies I just don't really desire to ever watch again.
yeah. It's just one of those films, man. I don't know, but all his other stuff is pretty
Yeah,
good.
I
I mean,
like that one that he did. 31.
31 is good. The Devil's Rejects is probably his best film, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of a toss up between Devil's Rejects and Halloween.
Well, Halloween's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, I think I prefer the Devil's Rejects a little bit more. But they're both pretty good.
yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Rob Zombie's take on Halloween.
Yeah,
But
but here's the thing: his that his remake or whatever, and I'm not into remakes. I liked his remake.
I do too, because I mean, the fact that you know, in the original Halloween, you get Michael Myers like right from the start.
Right,
Like this one, it actually showed, because in the original, it just briefly shows Michael Myers as a kid and
right,
where it all started from.
right.
And but in Rob Zombie's version, it showed way more of him as a kid. And you see him start off kind of like a normal kid that just has an infatuation with masks and this and that, and you just see little by little how he just becomes more and more of Michael Myers.
Right. And that's the thing with John Carpenter's films. Pretty much all of his films have been remade.
Yeah.
And some good, most bad. I would say the
Some
Fog remake was horrible.
Yes, I agree with you on that, but there's a lot of movies that they should not have remade.
Agreed.
Like they remade, Nightmare on Elm Street. They brought in that one guy that could play Freddy Krueger, and I mean, the movie wasn't that bad, but just like
It
picturing
definitely
anybody
wasn't
else
great.
trying to play Freddy Krueger rather than
Right.
Robert Englund, it's just
Same thing with RoboCop.
yeah,
The remake
like
was fucking like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't nothing as good as the original.
yeah. It's like that's why one of the things that sucked about RoboCop 3
What do you mean?
that that it wasn't the original RoboCop.
Oh yeah, but the guy who played RoboCop actually is a good actor.
Yeah, he's good, but just
Yeah, the script was horrible.
when you watch the first two and you're used to Peter Weller
Right.
being RoboCop in 1 and 2, and then you watch part 3 and you totally see,
Well,
I mean, a different actor playing that role.
right.
It's just hard to gather. Just like
Right.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Watching that, nothing against the actor that Jackie Earle Haley.
Same
Because
thing
he's
with
done some good movies. He's pretty cool, but
same thing with the voice of Chucky.
yeah,
If you don't
like
put the original voice or have somebody sound just like him,
yeah.
like,
Don't get me started on that on that Chucky remake. Fucking
oh well,
bullshit.
the remake they had Mark Hamill, I believe, as the voice of Chucky.
Yeah, but I mean, it was so different. Like Chucky wasn't a possessed doll like he was in, like in the remake. He's just simply a doll that was like turned evil
Right.
by its creator. Like it put a chip in him that that made him like more evilish.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't prefer it.
Yeah.
I think I watched it till like I don't even think I finished watching it. Watched up to a part where I was like, I can't watch this anymore.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna name off a few movies,
Yeah.
and you let me know what you think of them. All right, I'm gonna some random horror films.
Okay.
I think you'll like this. All right, what do you think of The People Under the Stairs from 1991?
Awesome fucking movie.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I haven't seen that in a while, but it's pretty good.
I remember watching that before, like, back in the day when a lot of people didn't have cable and shit, when you have to go to the movie store to rent movies.
Yeah.
I remember us renting People Under the Stairs and
Hmm.
watching, just like, wow, like being like the whole movie was so cool. I thought it was so cool how they had like such a big house that you just would go through these fucking walls,
Yeah.
like passageways. It's like, dude, that's super fucking dope.
Hell yeah. Okay, next film. Joyride from 2001.
Awesome.
It was
Hey,
a pretty damn good film.
hey, Black Sheep, you really ought to get that fixed. Yeah, what fixed? Your tail light.
Yeah, he's right on them.
I know they made three of those Joyride movies. I mean, part two and part three were so so, but no comparison to the first one. I mean,
Agreed. Okay, next one. What do you think of Maximum Overdrive?
oh man, good
19.
movie, but when I was a kid and watched that movie,
Yeah,
you, I was terrified of that face that was on the front of that damn truck.
yeah.
I don't know why. It's just like, even to this day, if I go back and I see that picture of that truck with that face on it, it just gives me the creeps for some reason.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, but the movie itself was badass. I mean,
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
I like the storyline of it, like how, like, sends all the machines and stuff against humans, and at the beginning with the little brief cameo by Stephen King when he's putting the card in the machine, is like, it comes back saying, "You are an asshole."
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
honey.
He turns around, he goes, "Honey, come on over here, sugar buns. This machine just called me an asshole." And it's
Yeah,
just like going across the screen like, asshole, 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 asshole. And he's like putting his vest like, what the fuck? But yeah, them being Emilio Estevez and them being trapped in the building while the trucks just circle the damn place.
yeah. Okay, next film. What do you think of Misery from 1990? Fucking good movie, man.
Hey, Ken, don't worry. It's for the best.
Yeah, that's crazy,
That
dude.
scene, that's the one scene that always just, when she
Woo-hoo!
put that board in
Yeah,
between
with that big ass hammer.
his sledgehammer,
Yeah, that was like, dude.
and you actually see his feet go like sideways. You're like, oh, good.
Yeah, that was like a
That made
nightmare.
Kathy Bates a fucking, like, terrifying to me.
Yeah,
Like,
that
I
is
never
some
was able,
creepy ass shit, man.
after that movie. I mean, she did all these other movies after that, but like, knowing that that's, like, always seeing her as the chicken Misery,
Yeah,
and just how fucking crazy she was. It was just like, yeah, I would never want to get on her bad side.
yeah, no, you definitely don't want to be locked up in her house.
No,
What the
but great,
hell?
but great roles. I mean, you had James Caan, you had Kathy Bates,
Yeah,
you had that one old guy that played the sheriff that was looking for him, that done movies before.
oh yeah, great film. Now
Yeah.
here's old school one for you.
Okay.
How about The Descent from 2005?
Makes me terrified to ever go through a damn tunnel.
Hell yeah, what an awesome movie! I haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah.
They made a second one as well, which was good.
Yeah.
But the first one was far
all right.
better.
I mean, it was kind of, but I don't know though. It's still, like, it left it in a way of part two that, like, nobody survived at the end.
Right.
But
It was
that
a
was
good movie, man, for that
the
first
first one,
time.
though. I mean, realizing they're stuck in I mean, you're stuck in a tunnel with very limited light, very limited anything, and you got these fucking creatures that like that scene where the girl turns around, that creature sitting right, like, you see it, like, sitting right next to her. You're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, the cool camera shots.
Yeah,
They're able to make that look really good. And
yeah.
I remember. I don't know if I like bought that right away, used or new. I remember when I did get it, I was like, hell yeah, this is a cool film.
Yeah, I remember I had 1 and 2 in my collection for a while, but you know I had to part ways with them.
Right
But
on.
yeah, Descent, fucking great movie.
Absolutely. Now, have you seen? I don't know if you've seen this one, but have you seen Stephen King's Sleepwalkers?
Of course.
It's where they were like the cats were
Yeah,
coming after these people.
Yeah, that one. I remember what's funny. I forgot the guy's name that was in it, but he's like driving a car, and a police officer's like chasing him, and he gets beside him, and the officer's got a cat with him.
Right.
And all of a sudden, like, he's just like looking at the cat, like and all of a sudden, you just like see him like change into like this creature for a brief moment.
Yeah, he turned into like a cat himself.
Yeah.
Like a human
Yeah,
size.
and then he gets away from the cop and pulls over to the side of the road and just fucking disappears, like goes invisible.
Yeah.
And then when he comes back in the view, he's driving a totally different fucking car. Like he was driving a Firebird, and then when he reappeared, he was driving a Mustang convertible.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, next one up is Wrong Turn from 2003.
Oh, dude, Wrong Turn, fabulous, man.
Good film.
That movie was that was good. I mean, it had your girl Eliza Dushku in it.
Yeah, good actress and fucking really good looking.
Yeah, I mean the cast of that movie was the ones that survived were pretty cool. But I mean, it was creepy. Like, never to show you to never go into the mountains because you don't know what you'll run into.
True.
It's almost like I tell you another good woods movie like that is old school. I mean, I don't know if you consider it a horror movie, but Deliverance.
It's like a real life horror,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good film. There's some trippy fucking scenes in that.
Yeah.
Do you remember the horror film? Oh man, I think it was called High Tension from 2000.
Yes. It was not nothing special, like but it was trippy. Like this girl thinks that this guy is like this killer is chasing after her and her friend.
Right, but it's really just her.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know that until the very end of the movie, where you see her when she confronts her friend looks up, and you see it's not a killer, it's her holding like the saw, and you're like, wait, what?
That's some trippy shit, man. Yeah, I remember when that came to DVD, I ended up getting it.
Yeah, so did I. Like when I saw it out somewhere, I bought it up and just like, okay, this looks cool.
Right.
How many times have you ever done that in your life? Like, you go to a video store and you're looking at movies, and you just see you'll see a movie that you don't know anything about, rather than what you're seeing on the cover,
right, or the trailers,
or like reading the storyline of it. It makes you think like, dude, I'm gonna pick this movie up.
Yeah. So I've done that quite a few times over the years.
Yeah. Do you remember back in the day? I picked out that movie P2.
Right.
And just because I just saw the cover, and I admit the actress that was on the cover on the back, I thought was really, really cute. And reading the storyline about it, I was like, you know what? This movie's only I think it was like a couple bucks at Family Video. Right. And I was like, I'll give it a shot. And that movie was actually fucking terrifying. That poor girl was put through some crap in that movie.
Right. Now, do you remember a film called Darkness Falls from 2003?
I've heard of it, but honestly, I don't think I've ever watched it.
Yeah, I've seen it at the theaters, and I got it. I think I have it on DVD. I don't even really vaguely remember it. It's been so long since I've seen it, but it's one of those horror films that kind of slipped under the radar there.
Yeah, there's a lot like that at times that you'll see a horror movie like, man, why wasn't this movie ever really recognized more?
Right.
You
Same
know?
thing with like you remember the film called The Relic from 1997.
You know what?
Tom Sizemore's in it.
Yeah, I think I've briefly seen it, but I don't remember if I ever like watched like the whole thing.
Yeah. It's just creatures in it. I remember seeing that at the theaters as well.
Speaking of, what was that? You remember the movie Event Horizon?
Of course.
Yeah, dude,
That's a trippy movie, man.
I remember watching that for the first time and thinking, "Wow, what is going on?"
I remember the trailer tripping my ass out.
Yeah,
I remember, like, what is this? This is something different.
Yeah, at the end, the one guy's totally becomes possessed, and
Right.
and that was a fucking. That's what's weird. Watching a horror movie, like just knowing it's horror is bad enough, but when you watch something that's just like truly crazy,
Well,
and just like mind boggles you, like wow.
Well, another good one is Stephen King's Thinner.
Thinner, yeah. You killed my daughter. Now I curse you. Thinner.
Yeah, fucking great film. I've seen that in theaters.
Yeah, the ending. I thought the whole movie was great, but that ending when he had the idea that he was gonna have his wife eat that pie and to break the curse or whatever.
Yeah.
And then find out his daughter ate something just before he was going to eat the pie himself. Like the guy that his wife was having an affair with just happened to come over, like, hey, why don't you have a piece of pie?
Yeah. Now, do you remember the '90s film Apt Pupil?
Oh, of course, dude.
What a fucking crazy good film.
Yeah.
I forgot what's his name. The main actor, he's passed away. I forgot his name.
Yeah, Brad Renfro.
Yeah, great acting from him, man.
Yeah, Brad
that
Renfro
movie's a trip.
Actually, not just that movie. He did quite a few good roles in movies.
Yeah, he was in Sleepers.
Yeah, he was also in the Client.
Yeah, that's another good one.
His role is.
Oh, and plus that one. Bully. Yeah, that's a trip. That was a trip.
That was a trip. I know that is not considered horror, but Bully was a trippy movie, man.
Right. Fantastic acting.
Nick Stahl.
Yeah, great actor.
Great actor, but that movie Bully made you really hate Nick Stahl.
Big time. You're playing your part well when you fucking you start to hate these actors while watching the film.
I forget, somebody said that, and I think it might have been in wrestling or movies itself. Like somebody was saying, like, if you all come to that arena and you all don't boo the fuck out of me and hate my guts and all this, and I haven't done my job right.
Exactly. Now, do you remember? We're going to talk about part 1 and part 2, the Blair Witch Project.
Okay.
There's part 1, there's part 2. I think part 2 is better than the first one.
Well, yeah, I mean, duh.
Because the first one's more of like a documentary type
movie, yeah, with just 3 people with the camera.
Right, who made you think that this was actually happening.
Yeah.
But then when you find out that they're, on like the Jay Leno show and shit, it's this wasn't real.
When that movie first came out, they made everybody believe that it was real, that these 3 people in the movie were really missing. And like you said, you see them. I remember seeing the girl appear in another show, and then, like you said, it had all the cast show up on a Jay Leno show.
Right.
And you're realizing, well, hell, these people ain't missing. And
right, it's all kind of bullshit, but it made a lot of money at the box office.
But see, I like part 2, Book of Shadows, better because that was a real deal movie.
Right, and it had a good storyline.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers were taking each other out, and they didn't realize
They
it.
didn't. They didn't even. Yeah, like it's like it's like you see at the end all this recorded footage of like that night before where they couldn't remember anything. They find out they all got possessed and were told to go, take out this other group and and just become, like you said, taking each other out and
Mm-hmm.
not even realize that what they were doing.
Right.
Like that. Like how about the end when like the one girl is like they realize that the one girl is the witch and she's kind of like begging them to take her out and she wouldn't and they wouldn't, but then like she keeps egging them on till the guy finally pushes her off that banister with a rope around her. And then they play the video, like the cops play the video and show that it was total, like what you've seen was not like what in this video. It was like totally different. Like the girl was like begging for her life and swearing up and down she's not that and terrified, and the friends would be like, "Oh, she's the witch, man. I ain't no witch."
Yeah.
And I mean, it made it look like they legit, just took her out.
Right. Yeah.
And I remember the guy after he watched that, and he just started like he gave this great performance, like, "No, that's not right. That tape is wrong. That's fucking bullshit." I was like, whoa, like, because you know what, I can understand him going crazy because like that tape is making them all look guilty, and
right. They're thinking one thing, but what's going on is actually something else.
Yeah.
Because of what they were cursed.
Yeah, they were cursed by the Blair Witch.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
So
I tell you what, I got one for you. How about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies?
Well, yeah, the second one will always be my favorite.
Yeah, and I mean, yes, part 2 was pretty great, but
I also love the one with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
And Renee Zellweger, The Next Generation, I think it's called.
Yeah, it's like, welcome to my world.
Yeah, I heard that movie got filmed a couple years before it even got released.
Yeah, it was cool. You had Matthew McConaughey, you had Renee Zellweger, and we even had a brief appearance by Deborah McMichael, who was married to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right on.
Yeah, but yeah, part 2 though was fucking great. Like I love that beginning scene when the guys are in the car and they confront Leatherface and his brother. But I just still don't get how there's no way that truck could go as fast as that car was going in reverse.
True.
I seen a guy's video where he actually went to that bridge where they filmed that scene, and what's so crazy about it, in the movie they make it seem like the bridge is so fucking long.
Right. In reality, it's not.
In reality, it's not. It's like half the fucking size of what they made you believe. But like
that's movies for you.
Yeah. So what they said they had to keep doing to make it look like one shot, they would have them drive to one end of the bridge, and then do a quick edit of them driving back the other way. They just kept driving back and forth.
Right.
Making you think that the bridge is like a mile or 2 miles long or whatever it is.
Right. Now, what are your thoughts on Stephen King's Silver Bullet from 1985?
Oh, Corey Haim.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good film.
Yeah, well, that guy turned into a damn like a wolf or monster or whatever.
Werewolf, The Preacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It was cool.
I said Gary Busey was in that as well.
Gary Busey was in it.
I
It was
forgot about that.
cool.
Yeah, good
I
film
like
for
how
its time.
what was cool about that movie is that I like the damn motorcycle they made for Corey Haim in that. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
right,
he's in a wheelchair, and they made it to where they turned basically his wheelchair, made it part to like a motorcycle.
right. So he could ride off with it pretty fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
But yeah, that was, huh?
what did you think of Freddy versus Jason?
It was good, but it could have been better, way better.
Now, was that the last film with Robert Englund as Freddy?
Yeah. Freddy vs. Jason
Yeah,
was the last,
yeah.
was the last Freddy Krueger appearance of Robert Englund.
Right. After that, he never reprised that
Yeah,
role.
they did that remake, and that they brought in that Jackie Earl Haley to be Freddy Krueger.
Right. Yeah, that's yeah. Without the original, it's just
I
not the
liked
same.
I liked Freddy vs. Jason. I didn't like the fact that near the end they were making Jason look more like the fucking good guy.
Yeah.
Like, even though he wasn't a good guy, but they were like treated like, oh, we got to keep Jason alive. We got to get Jason to fight Freddy. We need Jason to kill Freddy. Yeah, it's like once he's done killing Freddy, what's to say that he ain't gonna keep coming after you, motherfuckers?
That's true.
Yeah. And it was cool that they fought, they fought the dream world and reality.
Right.
But
Let's
and
see.
also, you know what? I like the way they ended it, leaving you wondering like who actually won. Like,
Nobody won because he blinked, didn't he?
yeah, because you see Jason walking out of
With
that water
with his head.
with his head, and then he's like with Freddy's head.
He ends
And
up blinking.
huh?
He ends up blinking his eye.
Yeah, like the head looks over at the camera, like gives a wink, and they made a when I had the DVD, they did an alternate ending where it made you clearly think that it was Freddy who won, because the girl and her boyfriend, who in the movie, were in bed, and like the guy kind of like was being rough with her, and she didn't understand what's going on, and you see him throw his hand back, and the fucking Freddy knives come out of his hand.
Oh.
So, but I guess they thought like, yeah, that ending was kind of cool, but let's go with the one to leave the fans guessing, like who really won. Like, have Jason walk out with the head, but then have the head like wink at the camera. But
Right.
that was a good take on. I always wanted to see Freddy and Jason in a movie together, but
Go at it.
like I said, it was good, but it could have been way better.
Yeah. What is your thoughts on Cabin Fever, the first film?
The first one, of course, dude, was great. The fucking pancakes.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
The kid doing martial arts and shit.
Me and you always we love that scene so much that every time we get a chance to, we'll use that like in a text or something like pancakes. No pancakes, kid.
Yeah. Now the first one was good. I don't know how many of them they made after that. 2, 3, 4. I don't know.
I think they made 2 others, and they did like a remake of Cabin Fever, which wasn't too bad, but it wasn't as great as the first one.
Yeah.
And but I remember I watched part 2, and I was so grossed out by that movie that I vow to never watch that movie again.
It was that bad, huh?
It was, yeah, dude. There was some gory, graphic stuff in that movie that I just don't ever care to. There is movies though like that for me. Like there's movies that like I like a good horror movie, but there's sometimes they get way too fucking gory to the point I no, like Hostel.
Yeah.
The first Hostel movie, I can't never bring myself to watch that again. Like, the part with that girl with her fucking eyeball hanging out of her head.
Yeah.
Like, that's just. Ugh.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah. The second one wasn't bad, though. Hostel 2.
Yeah, but the main star gets taken out in
Yeah, I mean,
the beginning of the second.
They did the same thing with Friday the 13th Part 2. They take the survivor from the first one and take him out within the first, like, 10 minutes of the movie. They did that with that guy in Hostel 2. They did the same thing with the girl in Friday the 13th Part 2.
Yeah. It's crazy. What do you think?
You want to know something, though? I found out why Adrienne King, who was the actress in the first one and got taken out in the beginning, she, apparently what happened was, like, she had a stalker, like a real life stalker that was making her life miserable. And because the idea was that she was supposed to become like the star in all the Friday the 13th movies, kind of like, like how Neve Campbell's the main actress in every Scream movie, or how like Heather Langenkamp was like the star in the first couple Nightmare on Elm Streets.
Right.
Like, she was supposed to have but because she was going through all that stuff, that she just asked to be written off, and and just kind of got so bad that she gave up doing movies and stuff like that for a while.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's unfortunate.
I mean, she could have been if she would have stayed on the Friday the 13th movie, she could have been one of the main, like, what do you call them, heroines.
Right.
So and that's a question I want to ask you. Like, if you think about all the horror movies you've seen,
mm-hmm.
and all the actresses that survive, like, what was the one girl that you were like was like your favorite?
That survived?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
a good question. So I would have to say, what's her name? Sigourney Weaver from the Alien films.
Yeah.
I liked her. I think, but they took her out in the third one. She passed away in the third one.
Yeah, and then they bring back
they brought her back for like the fourth one. And I think that was the last one she was in. And then they made those other, Alien films without her. But yeah, she was like in the first four, yeah. Well, the first two will always be the best. I think the second one's probably the best.
Yeah.
James Cameron's. What did you think of Cat's Eye from 1985?
Great fucking movie.
Yeah, that movie is a trip, man.
I like how it wasn't just one continuous storyline, how they kind of broke it up in different parts. Like, you had Drew, that one part where they had the one guy go out of that building, he had to walk the side and he had to make it all the way around the building like that.
Yeah.
And that one guy kept fucking with him, like, just keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
And then he winds up at the end putting the guy out, the other guy, on the windowsill, and that bird wound up taking his ass out.
Yeah.
And then remember they had the part with James Woods where he was trying to give up smoking.
Yeah, I remember that. And
then the second part was the one where the guy, I think it was Robert Hayes from the Airplane movies,
right,
was on that ledge and had to walk around it, and then moved on to Drew Barrymore's part where
they had this little creature thing.
Yeah, that could come out, and the cat was it would come out and try to suck the life out of you, suck the breath out of you.
Yeah, it was just crazy. It's a good film.
Yeah. How about, I tell you what, speaking of good movie. Let me ask you one. Yeah, I just saw this too. Remember Dreamcatcher?
Right.
That movie was a fucking trip.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Another woman who survived in horror films. What's her name from the Scream films?
Nev Campbell.
Nev Campbell. Yeah, I would probably go with her as well, because they got another Scream film coming out here in the near future.
Yeah, it's funny. So far out of all the Scream movies, Nev Campbell's done them all but one of them.
Right, she wasn't in the sixth one, right?
Yeah, because they were trying to make, they were trying to make basically just finally, cast her aside, and have Jenna Ortega and that other girl play the two, main Scream girls now.
Right.
But I guess the one girl got fired for over some political disputes, and I think Jenna Ortega, she's moved on to do other stuff, like do her show Wednesday and.
Right. Wasn't she in Beetlejuice too?
Beetlejuice, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she's a good actress.
She was a good actress. I mean, but Beetlejuice to me sucked.
The movie no good, nowhere near as good as the first.
No, I mean, it had its parts, but it's just like it's like they made Beetlejuice secondary in the storyline of Beetlejuice. Like it was all about Winona Ryder and Jenna Ortega having the mother-daughter, feuding mother and daughter deal, and they had all these different plots through it, and it's like they barely see Beetlejuice at times.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, I haven't seen it, so
to me that totally taken, because in the first one, Beetlejuice was like the main, part of the movie.
Right. Especially the first film.
Yeah. But I mean that one wasn't that bad, but yeah, you know what? We were saying our favorites earlier. Out of all the Scream movies, which one was your favorite?
Well, I've only seen 1 through 4. I haven't seen 5 or 6 yet.
Yeah.
So I would have to say the original so far, first one.
Okay. I would say, I don't know why, but I have to go with part 2.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's funny. Like a lot of my favorite horror movies, I notice, I prefer part 2. Like in Friday the 13th, I prefer part 2.
Right.
Just like with with the Screams, we Scream 2. I'd even say that about the Final Destination movies. I mean, the first one was really good, but I don't know. I always say I was more of a fan of part 2.
Right. Well, I feel the same way with the Aliens films. I think the second one,
yeah,
is probably my favorite.
What about remember the movie Wolf Creek?
Yeah, I was going to mention that earlier, and I forgot all, and then it slipped my mind. Yeah, didn't they make 2 of those films?
Yeah, I watched the second one. It wasn't all that great. I mean, it was cool in ways, but nothing compared to the first one.
Right. The first one's a trip.
Not only did they make a second one, but they made a series, I found out.
Did they?
Yeah, but I mean, it has the main bad guy from the 1 and 2 in it, but he plays a hell of a role, man.
Yeah.
John Jarrett, he's been in a lot of movies, but him as that guy in Wolf Creek, he just played such a scary role, man.
Oh yeah, and wasn't that based on a true story?
Yeah.
So that's some fucking trippy ass stuff, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Trippy movies, man. That's what, like I said, a lot of movies are. I tell you a movie me and you watched one time, and remember we made fun of it. Oh, what was that movie that me and you watched?
Horror film?
Yeah. Every time somebody was getting killed, they just so happened to be looking away from. What was the name of that fucking movie? Oh shit! I don't remember. It was like a movie done like people were like they trapped in this building and they're turning into like zombies or whatever, and they're like every time like somebody confronted one of the zombies, they would just like turn away for like a brief moment, then they would get attacked. We're like, wow, they're always looking away.
Oh damn! Trapped in a building with zombies.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't.
Was it a low budget film? Big budget? Big actors? Low?
No, I would say it was a low budget movie, but
I have no idea.
damn, what was the name of that? I can't.
Nothing rings a bell.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll remember it later, but I just remember me and you making fun of it because the people were always looking away every time they were getting attacked.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Wishmaster films?
I liked them. I like the last one the best, though. The one that was called The Prophecy Fulfilled.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing that one, and I mean, I've seen a couple of them, and just thinking like the Prophecy Fulfilled one was pretty damn trippy. And this guy's talking to the Wishmaster guy, and he's like they were looking at this girl that's on stage like dancing like, and he said something like, "Man, I like to be a pimple on her ass." Or something, and he's like, and all of a sudden the guy, like the Wishmaster guy, like grants him it, and the guy just disappears. Like, enjoy the view, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
That movie was trippy.
Yes. I remember renting that. Renting it or probably buying it on VHS at Blockbuster, the first one back in the
I used
day.
to, like back in like there's a lot of horror movies that like you go up to the store and pick up on VHS that you can't even find on DVD.
Yeah.
Like the old school like 80s like you know like the B horror movies like they weren't really that big like
That happens.
we had that one video store called Videoplex that
Oh, yeah.
and they always had like movies out there for sale like movies that you didn't really hear no big deals of, and I'd be like, okay, I'll check this one out, and I'd be like, wow, I'm surprised this wasn't more of a bigger movie.
Yeah, unfortunately, that happens.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Jeepers Creepers film?
Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those peepers?
I've seen the first two at the theaters. I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen any of the others.
Well, I mean, I've seen three.
I think there's 4 or 5 of them out there.
I don't even know. I mean, I lost track after. I mean, I know of three that I know of, but I remember the third one was kind of like it was done like between what they made it believe that it was between 1 and 2.
Was it? Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't seen the third one.
yeah, it wasn't nothing special. Not nothing. The first one was badass. Like the second one is like okay. I mean, it's still watchable, but three just like eh. 'Cause after it's like that is after a few movies, like the hype is like gone. Because like in the first one, you know what the hell like the creeper was, and then it's more explained in part two, and by three, it's like, oh, what's the point? You already know what it is. You already know that it's still gonna do this and blah 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 blah.
Right. Have you seen the movie with Nicole Kidman called The Others
I have not.
from 2001? It's like a supernatural horror. I remember seeing that at the theaters, and I think everybody was shocked by the ending.
Yeah.
It was a pretty trippy movie. That's one if you ever see that like on VHS or DVD, you should probably pick that up.
Okay.
Old school film.
Yeah. There was some. Oh, what was that one John Cusack movie that he did? Well,
Horror film?
Yeah, like he was like trapped in like a motel or something.
Oh yeah. Let me.
Wasn't it like room 239 or something like that?
I know what film you're talking. Samuel L. Jackson was also in that.
Yeah.
I don't. It's um.
Or that might have been another horror movie, like one of them After Dark. That's another group of movies. I don't know if you're really a big fan of. Is like the Horror Fest After Dark movies.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that. I don't think.
So they made a few decent horror movies in that.
I'm gonna.
Um,
I'm.
huh?
I'm gonna look up the John Cusack film that you're talking about here.
Yeah. I remember watching that and thinking like, wow, it's trippy. Like he's stuck in a damn like
Yeah,
motel.
it's called 1408.
1408.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that was a trippy ass movie, dude.
Yeah, I remember watching like there's a part near the end that makes you think that he finally got out of the motel and was like, got back to normal life with his wife and whatnot. Then he goes to a post office and he walks in and he sees like all the people there working are like the people that he saw in the hotel, and they start bashing the place up, and before you know it, it turns back to the fucking hotel again. And he's
That's
like
crazy.
backtracked, like he's still trapped in the fucking hotel.
Oh man.
And it's just like, damn, I didn't expect that.
Yeah. Well, we hit the hour mark, so I guess we could pretty much call it.
Oh, it means we got another hour to go.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe
I'm sure,
next time.
because I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of horror movies that
Oh man, we could go
they're
over.
even out.
We could
I
go
tell you
over
what,
so many, but
what about? I tell you one of my favorite horror movies of all time, and I
yeah.
don't think we even mentioned it. This is The Shining.
No, we haven't talked about that. That's a damn good film.
Yeah, with fucking Jack Nicholson, dude. Jack Nicholson in that scene, just watching him just
Man.
go absolutely berserk, and like
Yeah,
I
with a
tell you,
fucking axe.
I tell you what I would love, and I tell you it would be so cool to be like kind of how like him and his family, not the horror part of it, but just to be like out to stay out there in that big fucking massive hotel
Right.
and like have like a whole like, you go down and they showed them they have this whole pantry. They said they got enough food there that you could eat for a whole year and never have the same meal twice.
Damn. That's a lot of food.
Yeah, remember they opened up the freezer door. And he's like, "You got 30 pounds of hamburger, 20 of chickens, and 7 things of lamb. You like lamb, dog?"
Good stuff.
But I mean, that was so cool because like even if you were in that hotel with people, like you had that, like you could clearly go to the whole other side of the hotel and just be by yourself.
Right.
You know, and I tell you what part I like. You know the part where the kids riding the big wheel throughout the whole.
Right.
I wouldn't be riding a big. I'd get like one of those like motor, like electric scooters, and just be riding all around that damn motel, dude.
Yeah, it's a pretty big place.
Yeah,
Really good film.
come play with us, Danny,
Yeah. Forever and ever.
and ever. Yeah,
I'm
dude,
like, oh damn.
that movie was a trippy movie from the very beginning. Like when they play the intro and you hear that eerie music and the
Right.
countryside like they show, and you're just thinking, wow, this has a like already had like an eerie feeling, and then when everything starts to go on, and at the end when you really see all the creepiness going on, you're like, oh, whoa, oh my god.
Right. It's trippy, man.
I did like the fucking mace, and I tell you what, that kid was smart at the end. Like he didn't like he knew his father was chasing him with the footprints, and how he got so far ahead that he stopped backtracked through some of his footsteps, then jumped through that bush to the other side, and like covered all the snow back up, so the dad would just like Jack Nicholson would just walk right on by him.
Right.
And Jack Nicholson kept walking around, like even when he got to the end of the tracks, like I would have been like, you know, I would have turned around and followed my tracks back out.
Yeah, instead he ends up freezing out there.
Yeah, because you know what? Because he winds up walking around so much that when he does decide to follow his footprints, because he's walked around so many directions and this and that, it just kept leading him on, like he couldn't find his way back out. And then that's where he got consumed with that. What do you call it when you get really, really cold? That he got hypothermia.
Yeah, that's froze to death.
Yeah, but what gets me is they show him frozen to death, and then they go show inside the motel and show a picture on the wall from like 1931.
Right.
And you see like Jack Nicholson is in the picture
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what people were saying, like, he became possessed by the guy, because that's why he even stated when he got to the motel, he's like, I've never been here before, but it's funny, I can almost tell what's behind every corner.
Yeah, that's a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
I know they made that sequel years later called Dr. Sleep.
Yeah, that was pretty good too.
Yeah, that was creepy, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I liked it, but I wouldn't say it would ever compare to The Shining.
Well, true, but it still held up pretty well.
Yeah,
it's a good film. But anyways,
yeah. I mean, we can end it there, or we can keep going, because there's still a lot of movies we haven't talked about. But I mean, it's up to you, bro. It's your deal.
Yeah, we're over an hour. I think we've done pretty good with going over the horror films and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So,
if y'all people out there listening to us, if you got any horror movies like that we haven't discussed, write them in the comments. Yeah,
and next year we'll discuss some more in a future video.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, we have. I mean, with us talking, I know we've gone on a long time, but we've only scratched the surface.
Oh yeah. Well, there's been horror movies for I don't know how many years now, 100 years or so. It'd be impossible to go through them all.
I got one last question for you.
Yeah.
Out of all the horror villains, which villain was your favorite?
Horror villains?
Yeah.
Like
Freddy Krueger, Jason, Leatherface, Michael Myers, Chucky, Pinhead.
I like Chucky's mouth. He's got a smart ass mouth on him.
Yeah, Chucky. I mean, that is one thing he had always had going for him. Is he always had that smart mouth bullshit.
Yeah, which was pretty funny. Yeah. I liked him. Okay. So I might go with him. I always say, I don't know why my favorite villain is Leatherface. Yeah, he's more of a serious.
Yeah,
he doesn't clown around like Freddy or Chucky. Because I mean, Michael Myers is serious too. Yeah,
Michael Myers, it's funny how you got Michael Myers, Jason, Leatherface, all these horror villains who don't have to say a word. They just let their actions speak for their words, because all they know is to kill.
Right. I also like Hatchet, Victor Crowley.
Yeah, Victor Crowley.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
That's a good set of movies.
Good set of movies. I hope they do at least one more.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the Victor Crowley movie. I mean, I know they did the first three as Hatchet, and then Victor Crowley.
The fourth one.
Victor Crowley sucked to me.
I've heard people say it either sucked or they liked it.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many people out there listening have seen Victor Crowley, but the fact of the matter is, like, you don't even see Victor Crowley. He doesn't even appear in the movie till like the last half hour of the movie.
Well, I mean, I guess they wanted to switch things up.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the whole time prior to that was just, to me, was a fucking bore fest. Just silly bullshit. Like some of the characters that were in this movie, I didn't even care for. Like, they were just all acting like too silly and not really like, not like what like the other Hatchet movies were. The other Hatchet movies were, you have the cast and that, and you'd be like, okay, it's a good cast I can deal with. But that cast, besides the one guy that's been in all of them, that one Perry Sheen guy, I couldn't really stand. I mean, even that one actress, the Felicia Rose, like, she normally does a great job in all her movies, but her acting, Victor Crowley, sucked.
Yeah, I hear you. And there's sometimes things don't connect. Well, Danielle Harris did a good job.
Yeah. The last 5-10 seconds of the fucking movie, she just appears with a shocker, like, I've been looking for you, motherfucker.
Yeah. And I was thinking, okay, cool. This would open things up for her to star in another one.
Yeah.
To go after him again, which would be cool if they decide to do another Hatchet film.
Yeah. So. That's one actress that's never, like, she's been great in her movies. Why she isn't, like, more well known, like a big, like, doesn't get like a big movie deal.
Yeah, she's been in big movies.
Yeah, not many, but I mean, if you look at her Wikipedia, most of her movies are all like fucking B movies.
Yeah, a lot of them nowadays, but in the 80s and 90s, she was in a couple big films.
Yeah, she was in the first, she was in 4 or 5 of Halloween, she was in Daylight.
Yeah, The Last Boy Scout.
Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Yeah, and she was in that horror film where she played a goth chick.
Oh, yeah, Urban Legend.
Urban Legend, yeah. That was back when they were doing all those, like, Scream, Urban Legend, I Know What You Did Last Summer type films.
I remember the first time watching Urban Legend was at your place, and
yeah, oh yeah.
You knew I liked Danielle Harris, and you knew her name was getting ready to pop up. You're like, hey, don't look at this name. I want to leave this as a surprise for you.
Yeah.
And like, you had me going like, oh yeah, it's this person, oh it's that person, and I see Danielle Harris in that scene where they open the door, and she's like, turn off the fucking light.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a different role for Danielle Harris. She fucking did like a lot of good roles in her movies, but seeing her as like that goth chick in Urban Legend, and her attitude was like, wow, it's not like what I expect out of Danielle Harris.
Yeah. Well, she likes playing roles. She pretty much got typecasted in horror films and taken out at the end.
That's one thing I don't like about her movies today, is that I've watched like several in a row, and it's funny, like, she'll make it to like the last 10 minutes of the movie and then just gets killed off out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's typecasted.
Like, she did that movie called Redwood Massacre Annihilation, and she makes it like just literally 3 minutes.
Yeah, it gets taken out.
And just gets taken out by this guy who shoots her in the head.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Is that even necessary?
Yeah. It's like See No Evil 2. Like, she's on the cover, she's like the main star, but then like the last 10 or so minutes of the movie, she's just taken out of nowhere.
Yeah. I haven't seen the second one. I've seen the first one at the theaters.
But I hate that. Like, watching movie, seeing her movies, seeing her doing a good job, and near the end, like within the last 10 minutes of the movie, she's just poof, gone.
I know. That's pretty bad what they do. I would like to see her in a cop movie where she's a fucking cop taking out bad guys.
Yeah.
I've always said, because she's a great actress.
The only movie that I ever seen her play a cop in was that movie called Camp Dread, which that is really funny. Let me tell you a quick deal about this movie. I came up and hung out with you one time, and remember we went to a video store, and I saw this movie Camp Dread, and I seen Danielle Harris was on the cover, and it's like, I'm such a big fan of Danielle Harris that I'll watch anything with her in it.
Right.
I don't care what it is. Like,
she's barely in the fucking movie, right?
Yeah, I seen this movie Camp Dread, bought it, took it back, watched it, and she's literally, and I ain't bullshit, she's in the first 5 minutes of the movie, in the last 5 minutes of the movie, and then in the last 2 minutes of the movie, she gets fucking she gets taken out because Eric Roberts hits her in the head with a damn shovel.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, what was the fucking point of her being in that movie? Like, why?
The producers probably paid her a lot of money to just come on set for one day, do some filming, and be out.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do some filming, but we're gonna put you on the cover as
right.
It's like they did with it tricked me and you that one time years ago with a Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah.
You bought that one Jackie Chan movie that, he's on the cover, and they were calling it part 2 of something, and we're like, oh man, cool, a Jackie Chan movie we've never seen. We go back to your place, pop it in and watch it. Jackie Chan's not even in the fucking movie.
That's the way it was back then for some reason.
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute, we're watching, like, where the fuck is Jackie Chan?
Yeah. I remember buying another Jackie Chan film. Well, I thought it was a Jackie Chan. He's in the fucking movie like the first 20 seconds. And I think they used a scene from a different film to put in this fucking film. And then that was it. It was like a whole nother. It's like, wow, you're just using his name, to get sales.
Yeah.
That's what they did with the Danielle Harris film.
It's like what they did with that Danielle Harris movie. They put her on the cover, put her name in the main credit, like, and then you see like she's only in like the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes of the movie.
It's
like
crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's go ahead and wrap this one up.
All right.
We're closing in on an hour and 20 minutes. I think we did pretty good. Going over horror films. Yeah.
And I'm sure, like I said, there's a lot we probably haven't gotten to, and
that's all right. We'll get to them next year.
But like I said before, though, people, let us know in the comments if there's any other horror movies that you thought were great that we didn't talk about.
Yeah, let us know, and we'll talk about them next year.
Damn right.
But anyways, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. We hope you guys enjoyed this horror movie edition podcast.
Yeah.
That is it for now, and adios.
We're out.
See ya.